I don't know if it's unfortunate that we pay school fees, but yeah, I want to buy food. I want to take a taxi. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolutife. If you haven't met me before, welcome here. And if you have been a long time subscriber, hey, really nice to have you on here again. So I've been living in Finland for 9 years now, and I'm really thinking like the first 2, 3, 4 years, what did I actually need? Like there are some things that if I had known, it would have been so important. I have my tab here because I have my list. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so first thing, let's talk finances. I was talking to a friend this morning and I said, hey, do you know about ASP account? And she's like, what is ASP? So there are a lot of people that don't know about like the most basic things. So I'm gonna tell you everything. If you're in Finland and you want to eventually buy a house in Finland at some point, you should know about ASP account. So ASP account is a savers account, so first time buyers account. It's kind of like a government backed bank account. ASP actually means Asuntos Still Tili, so house saving account. Think about it like if you're ready and really serious about buying a house, the bank plus the government will reward you. Okay, so what do you get by, or let's start from where? Where can you get this ESP account? On your Nordea Bank, for example, or S Funky, or OP. I was about to say OPanky, or OP Bank. So whatever bank you're using, usually all these banks have their own ASP account. You can literally open it on your phone. So make sure you have an ASP account. The benefit of this account is that every year you get a 1% interest, like it's a given that you get a 1% interest. And if you, how do I put it? So within 2 years, right, if you get to save 10% of the total amount of the house you're buying, by the time you're about to buy this house, you will get 4% kind of like a reward on that money. Like that's beautiful. That's amazing. That's another thing. And also the interest rate you get using the ASP account is more favorable than just buying it from a normal account. So make sure that you have an ASP account if you are a first time buyer. Even if you're a student, like take this as part of the way that you're saving your money. Now, don't put all your money in ASP account because you cannot easily withdraw your money from ASP account. I remember that I needed money quite desperately and I wanted to withdraw it from ASP account. And the girl that I was speaking to is like, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna send you all your money. I'm like, no, can I just get 1K? She's like, no, I couldn't get 1K. And I thought that was at the time I was a bit upset, but eventually it was nice because it prevents me from taking out money from the money that I want to use to buy my house. So no, I haven't gotten a house, but this is something that I'm doing and I think you should be doing already. Um yeah, and it's from the age of 18 to 44. So that's quite a like spread of ages. So you can do this. Make sure that you have an ESP account. If you want to know more about it, check online or just ask me in the comment, okay? All right. So, next thing about savings. Listen, you've heard it here and there. It's important to save. You should save. I'm here to tell you again that you should be saving. Even if your salary is 1, 3, perhaps as a student, or 1, 2, or 2,000, you should be saving something. I think you've heard of the 50, 30, 20 rule. Most people use that. 50 for your bills and everything, 20 for saving, 30 for, I forgot what what 30 is for. Point, case in point. So you have money for your bills, right? But you also have money to save. So from what I do is that from my 20%, I save some for my house. I save some in funds, which I will talk about a little bit after now. And I save some for like emergency fund. And emergency money is more like I just have like 100, 200 or something aside just in case something pops up during the month. I have something that I set aside. And yeah, I also kind of like from my salary, right? Let's get into the details a little bit. I save some for house, like I said, I save some to foreign. I use some for my bills, of course, and I actually have a certain amount of money that I put out for myself for my weekly and daily expenses. I call that miscellaneous. So I want to buy clothes because girl, I like buying clothes. I want to buy food. I want to take a taxi and so on and so forth. So I have this specific amount of money. I think it's important that you actually have something specific so you can keep track of your spending. Don't get your salary and then spend, 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 and then thinking at the end of the month, how much do I save? No, it doesn't work that way. Once you get your salary, you set out something to save, you set out something to invest if you're investing, you set out something to your ASP as you just heard, and so on. So you are in track during the month. Now let's talk about some funds account. For some people that are not so vast in investment, I'm not exactly vast in investment, but something super safe that you can do is to have a funds account. So funds is like instead of buying individual stock, like instead of buying a stock in um let's say Apple or in Microsoft or in Tesla company or a Nordia Bank, for example, instead of buying those individual stock, fund pull those several stock together into one. So even if one of them deep, your money is still kind of doing all right. Okay. And the fund that I feel like is super duper safe. This is not an investment advice, by the way. This is just my personal thoughts. This fund that is super easy for you if you are just starting out, if you are living in Finland, is the one that you can get on your bank account. So, for example, Nordea funds. So, if you go to this investment and then you see monthly savings, so they have this automatic savings that you can do, and it immediately, instead of just keeping your money in your account, it keeps that money in a fund and then you're making interest. How I started that is I called the bank and I asked for investment ideas. So somebody from the bank would actually call you. You guys would talk through what is your risk level, how comfortable are you, so on and so forth, and they can help you. So I advise that you do that to start out, and then when you continue, it automatically just takes the money from your account, so you don't even get to forget. Now, if you have family back home, I know that of course you would usually have to give budget for this as well. You're not Elon Musk, okay? You're not, I don't know, who has Facebook again? Mark Zuckerberg, that you can just be giving money. Budget for it. It is super duper important. Now, let's move away from finances. This video is getting super long. Um, Another important thing that you should know when coming to Finland is balancing school and work life. I know most of you just want to work and just work and work and pay for your school fees. I don't know if it's unfortunate that you pay school fees, but yeah, some of you pay school fees and you want to pay for your school fees. That's good. But one thing that I think a lot of people don't know is that your grade actually matter. It might not matter in school, right? Because that's what you hear. Like it doesn't matter. Just have a one and pass and move on. It matters when you, if you are planning to apply for masters or PhD, they usually have a cutoff. They have a cutoff that if you don't have this certain amount of GDP, oh, GP, GPA, yeah, that tells that it's been a while I've been in school. If you don't have a certain amount of GPA, you cannot apply to certain courses. That would be a bummer if you actually didn't know. So now is the time to plan for those things. Now is the time to actually pay attention to your studies. Don't just aim to get one. I know I've been there. It's easy to just be like, yeah, let me just get one and move on. It's important that you actually plan that, okay, I want to apply for masters and I need this amount of GPA, right, to move forward, and then you aim for that. So those things are super important as well, and you will go through it and you will be fine and you will finish school. Okay, cool. Let's take one more because I'm just thinking of the length of this video. Let's take one more. So language, okay, the very, let's call it the elephant in the room. It's been 9 years now I've been living in Finland and I don't speak the language so well, and that's because I've not really needed it in that sense. I've admired the language. I like the way it sounds. I want to speak it, but I've not really paid attention to it. So here is me telling you that you should actually pay attention to the language. When people are speaking, try to put your ear to it. I think that's a Yoruba English. Yorubas will say fetisi. I don't know the right English for it. Try to like pay attention. Not that you're now trying to like hear people's conversation, but more in the sense that getting used to the language, because eventually you would need it and it's so important. So don't just like, oh, I'm gonna be an IT person, I don't need it. No, try to like passively learn it if you're not actively learning it. Let me see what more I can quickly say now. Just like a snippet before I make the next video, it's also important to network. I know you've heard this 1 million times, and by network, I mean genuinely get to meet people. Now, how do you meet people? Um, Join your school fair, care about being like an ambassador for your school, care about being in student bodies, care about entrepreneurship. If you want to be an entrepreneur, join in all the students events that they have. I know usually that was a mistake I had, and something that I really wish I did. That was a mistake I made that I really wish I did. I wasn't joining the student body. So that's something for you to pay attention to. And lastly, this one is so important. If you're a Christian, okay, do not forget the things of God. I know life is busy. Like, to be honest, I'm living it. I'm living the busy life. If you're a Christian, make sure you do not forget God, because it's a lie when it's like you have a job on Sunday and you're like, oh yeah, I just got a job. It's beautiful that you got a job, but if the job will take you away from the people that God has put in your life, then please no, that's not a job from the Lord. Turn it down. Now, this is not about religion. I just go to church, whatever. But we know that the people of God are there to, keep you accountable. There's community. You can share your burden with these people. Why would one job want to take you away from that? God can provide much more for you. With that, I end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Tife. I live in Helsinki, Finland. I've been here for 9 years, and I beg now. Yeah, whatever. Bye, guys.